Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and today I wanted to talk about the difference between front stage and backstage. And there's a quote, it's from my business coach, Dan Sullivan, and he said, you never want to compare your backstage to someone else's front stage. And what he means by that is that in everyone's business, it's always a little messier behind the scenes. You know, especially if you're doing big things, you got a lot of projects going on, it's usually barely contained chaos. And I've got plenty of that in my business. You know, when we actually come out with, when we publish, when we create products, we want it to look nice and clean, but it's just, if you think about like theater, the curtain goes up and boom, everyone's in their place and it looks great. But before that curtain goes up, people are running around like crazy in those last 60 seconds right before the curtain goes up. And it's really easy to sit there and say, boy, my business, it's such a mess. We got just crazy stuff going on. We're barely keeping up. And you look at someone else's business and it's like, wow, they always look so buttoned up. It looks so professional. They're so pro. Well, remember, those other businesses, it's barely contained chaos behind the scenes for those businesses. So, this is about keeping your confidence up. Just because someone else, they make everything look easy, and you know that nothing is easy for you, that you're barely keeping your head above water, trust me, they're barely keeping their head above water as well. So this is my whiteboard set in here. Normally when we have this shot, I'm back about 3 or 4 feet. I'm up against that wall and I'm teaching. The entire wall is whiteboard material. We actually painted the wall with whiteboard material. I can write on it, we can erase it. We get a great looking shot. The camera's over there a little more. I'm back 3 feet. You can't see anything but beautiful white expanse, looks super pro. It's not, believe me, it's barely contained chaos, like in so many different areas. In fact, recently we shot a video here, right at this whiteboard. I was wearing this blue shirt, and we shot the video for my book when we were doing my book launch. And it was like a tremendously, it was like a 4 or 5 minute video. And I was telling people why they needed to get my book, and I was telling them about all the bonuses they could get from my book. That thing worked really, really well. It was responsible for like about 50,000 sales of my book. That was responsible for basically putting it in the #1 spot on the New York Times bestseller list. And it's all because of me shooting the video. And this is a shirt I wore. I got a little fancier. First I shot it in just like a gray t-shirt. My team's like, Jeff, a lot of people are going to see this. Maybe you should step up your game a little bit. So I was like, okay, I'll wear a fancier shirt, like button-up shirt. You don't see me in that too often. But I went really fancy. So the thing is I live in Durango, Colorado. There's not a lot of places to shop in Durango, Colorado. And we were about to shoot the video, and I didn't have time to get something online. It was bang, 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 happening at the last second. We needed to shoot the video. So we actually got this shirt at JCPenney's. It went out to JCPenney's, and I actually didn't have time to go get it. My daughter's basically a fashion designer, and she went out and got the shirt. And so, I looked okay. It wasn't like the greatest shirt in the world, but I looked okay. But the thing I wanted to show you, this is front stage. Here's backstage. This shirt actually fit me really poorly. So my daughter, being the fashion designer she put all these pins in here, in the shoulders, all up and down the back to actually make it fit me, give me a decent fit. So there's, my front stage responsible for selling 50,000 books with this video, and there's the backstage. So remember, don't ever compare your backstage to someone else's front stage, because you might look around the world and it looks like everyone's got their act together, and it might drag you down because you're thinking, boy, I don't have my act together. Well, trust me, everyone's in the same boat. So just keep on putting one foot in front of the other, take those baby steps, keep moving forward. And if you're watching this video anywhere else besides my blog at jeffwalker.com, head over there. That's where all the goodies are. That's where all the conversation is. More videos, all kinds of awesome stuff. So jeffwalker.com. And don't compare your backstage to someone else's front stage. Let's go get them this week.